Hey everybody, I know it's been a while since my last video, but been busy with work and just got back from a week and a half long vacation, so I got a bunch more stuff to show since, as you can see, new location. This is my storage site, so I'm going through some of my previous mods, but this video is basically going to be on Swarmfire integrations, and I have quite the treat for you today. So just getting right into it. First one up is a Longshot integration. This is, as you can see, the Swarmfire internals. It's complete. The internals for a Swarmfire are completely encased in a white shell inside the regular shell, so you can just take that out, and if you redo the wiring, you can just put this right here. So what I did is I epoxied it on and then covered up this side, not this side, but this side, with hot glue and smoothed it out while it was still drying with tape, which doesn't stick to hot glue very well. So it made it pretty smooth. I got Zombie Outbreak Response Team sticker on there. With the Swarmfire, the modifications to this don't include much. It's just that it's integrated. I took out the dart posts that are in here. I'll see if you can see that. All the dart posts are removed, so I can put in any dart that I want to use. And it's running off of 16 AA batteries that are encased in the stock. I'm going to be redoing this with just 8 Trustfires because these aren't rechargeable AA's, so they're going to die eventually. But it's controlled with a switch that I installed right here behind the handle. And just like in the Swarmfire, you pull the trigger to shoot. With this one, flip the switch and you just pull the trigger. I just took the button, the switch, and hot glued it in behind the regular Longshot trigger. So no internal modifications to the Swarmfire, no spring addition, no AR removal, because that's what I have the Longshot for. So I don't need the Swarmfire to get great range because I have the Longshot. It's got air restrictor removal. I'm not exactly sure what the springs are anymore. I'm pretty sure it's OMW. That felt just like a 5 kilogram spring, nothing else. If anything else, probably a weak little Nitefinder spring or something else inside it. But this gets good ranges. This is for riot control, and that's basically that. This is also named this one Aries. You can see on there I got some Orange My Work stickers on it, and I thought a neat little quote right there. But I'll just show you this one firing then. And so that's that. It works pretty well. I'm really happy with it. I'm going to be replacing the Swarmfire battery pack back here with just 8 Trustfire pack that's going to be up here, so I can actually put a clip in it. Right now I got the battery pack kind of sticking out there, and there's one up higher in the stock block. And so there's my first Swarmfire integration. Worked really well, so moving on. So this next integration is a beast. That's really all I can say without showing you, so without further ado, here it is. This is a Vulcan, if you can't tell. I back out of the screen, with a Swarmfire mounted underneath the barrel. I have 2 ammo boxes right here. They're mounted on little metal brackets I epoxied to the sides. I have a Longstrike stock because I can shoulder this, and that just feels and looks badass. And I left the handle on it, the carry handle, anyway, because I'll probably do that most of the time and then shoulder it when I actually want to fire. But on to the modifications. I have right here is a 100 round belt. So this is huge, it's like 10 feet long. That's why I have these big ammo boxes on it. I took out the air restrictors in the Vulcan and put in an Orange My Works 5 kilogram spring, I think. Either 5 or 6, but it's kind of the same. And the Vulcan is running off of 4 Trustfire batteries, so it's at about 16.5 volts at full charge, which it is right now. I just charged these batteries not too long ago. The Swarmfire is fired with this button right here, but it's running off of a single 9.8 or 9.6 volt RC car battery. I'm probably going to end up running 2 of those batteries in parallel so that it doesn't run out the batteries in a single game, because after 40 shots you can hear it start to slow down, which is bad. So the Vulcan has this little on-off switch right here. It fried because of the voltage or something, or maybe there was a short. So this no longer works, it's just for show. So what I have is this little toggle switch right there on the top. And that's the on-off switch for the Vulcan. There is no on-off switch for the Swarmfire. I just have to be careful because the button is on the side. I'll show you the firing. There goes the Swarmfire already. Wasn't careful there. The Swarmfire has air restrictor removal, the dart post removal, and also has an Orange My Works 8 kilogram spring, so it's getting great ranges. And then the Vulcan is getting great ranges too, a higher rate of fire because it's on a much higher voltage. So I'll show that one just now. And I think that's all I loaded into it. Yep, that's all I loaded into it. That's that. Overall with this thing, I love it. It's awesome and badass and just awesome. It weighs about, I don't know, 20-25 pounds, so it's not a very light blaster, but I can still shoulder it, and it's a horde buster. If I use this, I'm definitely going to be rolling with a squad that have like lighter blasters, higher rate, or not higher rates of fire, because you can't really get much higher rate of fire than this, or maybe rapid strike though. But I'm gonna be rolling with squads that have big guns too, so that I don't run out of this and then die, because I've kind of built this specifically for final holds and last stands, where I can just pull the trigger for the Vulcan and then press the button for the Swarmfire at the same time and just shoot a massive amount of darts. It's a beast, it's heavy, it's bulky, it doesn't get any smaller except for taking the ammo cans off, and even then it's huge. This is definitely my biggest Nerf blaster. Also, it actually wasn't that hard to do. The Vulcan air restrictor removal and spring replacement is easy. Swarmfire is kind of easy, and I mean, the hardest part was cutting the shell to make everything fit, and then painting. Painting was a bear because all the Vulcan parts are complicated and a mess, and I like to leave them inside the shell when I modify and paint and all that stuff. So I had to tape over all the insides, and then I still had it split apart. I taped over the insides just so paint wouldn't get under and mess up the internals, and also taping up all the stuff on the sides was a pain. The Longstrike stock was easy to put in. It's just epoxied in. Had to cut out a little slot on the top and bottom of the handle. Charging handle still works. Doesn't pull all the way though. Every time, sometimes it won't catch like it just did. Yeah, that time it didn't do it either. There we go. So it's a little finicky, but I'm not going to be using the charging handle. Really, this is just kind of a show-off blaster. Did it for the hell of it. I had the Swarmfire lying around, I had the Vulcan lying around, and I decided I'll do it. So that's that. I'll put this beast down. If you couldn't tell, I had some darts in there that were lime green. Those are the new Zombie Strike darts, which I have a ton of. This is my ammo box I keep all my ammo in, and if you can't tell, that's a lot of darts. This isn't even all of them because I shot some, and then I have a bag, like a grocery bag at home full of darts that are mismatched. They're like elites, glow-in-the-dark darts, a couple Zombie Strike darts, streamlines, whistlers, just a mishmash of darts. These are all streamline elites. There's no old streamlines, it's just elite darts, elite glow-in-the-dark darts, and Zombie Strike darts, which are elite darts. They're just recolored. And I love these darts. You can see they got a Zombie Strike logo on them, Nerf on them, and they're bright green, which is going to be awesome at night. I'm going to be able to find more of them than elites. So I'm going to slowly shift over to using Zombie Strike darts only, because elite darts are hard to find at night in the grass, which we play a lot, and so even though they're a little more expensive than buying a 75 pack of elites, it's worth it because I'm not going to be losing them as much. I can find one of these way easier than one of these in the dark. Even with the orange tip on the elite, the orange tip normally goes down into the grass, so all you see is that, and it kind of blends in. I used to use glow darts a lot, but that was because I used the Firefly clips, and but these are very expensive compared to any of the other darts. You can only buy up to 30 of them, and none of the stores near me have the 30 packs, so you can buy 12 for like $10, which is expensive. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be using the other ones. So I think that concludes that. I'm going to have some more videos in the future, near future. I'm trying to finish everything up before I go back to school. I'm a commuter student, so I don't have to pack everything up and go with, bring it with me. But I just want to get everything done before school starts, and I'm not distracted by modding. So that's that. Thanks for watching again, and stay tuned. There's going to be more soon as I finish more projects. One of them is including another Vulcan project I mentioned earlier. It's getting closer to completion, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.